Hey Tara, how are you doing? How's it going? Hey Liquid, how you doing? It's a catchy name you have there. I can tell the notice isn't working. Hey Tim, how you doing? The music's staying. Hey Kathy, how you doing? Hey Kathy, how's it going? I guess not everybody likes the music. Doing pretty well. Going to be heading to Detroit later on in the week. Hey Oak Crusher, how's it going? I'm just screwing around here. Nice day here today. I got up to 45. Debate whether to take my snow tires off or not. Yeah, I don't think the notices are going out, Kathy. I can usually tell right when I log on, but that's okay. Whoever shows up and finds out about it, that's good. I get a lot of emails though that people didn't get a notice, so I don't know. It's always been that way. It's hit or miss. The mobile app seems to work much better than the at home. Now, can you hear that music okay on your end? it too loud? Yeah, I don't believe that anymore. I used to, Harold, but ever since this new pattern of weather the last 10 years, I threw the Farmer's Almanac out. You want to bet on it? You a gambler? Yeah, that's how it is, Kathy. I can tell when I log on, but that's okay. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Hey, West End. Well, you can barely hear it? Oh, okay. I don't want like to, make it hard for you to hear. More people seem to like music than not. Can't make everybody happy. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Rachel, did you get a notice? Or did you just happen to be on YouTube? Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Yeah, I can tell when I log on. I can tell in the first 30 seconds, That's okay, though. I'm going to head to Detroit, I think, Thursday. Yeah, that's what I thought, Paul. Yeah. Oh, okay, West End, good. That video hey, Patricia, uploaded where it showed the lady on the ground. I suggested people get Narcan. That's an older video. That'll be 5 years old in September, I think, right around there. Or you know what? Maybe excuse me, maybe 6 years old. That party store she was in front of was right down the street from the Campbell building. Which one's that, Brian? You talking about when I'm talking about this Narcan? It's the one where the thumbnail shows a lady laying on the ground. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not really doing too much. Bare minimum, I would say. Yeah, I agree. Back then, I wouldn't have known what to do, but I do now. I love this new camera I have. Yeah, Arrow Crusher, I like taking those short videos when I'm in a restaurant, you know what I mean? Believe it or not, a lot of people get pissed about them. I've had people send me nasty emails saying they're going to unsubscribe if I keep doing those stupid food videos. When you get a YouTube channel, I'll tell you, you'll learn a lot about what's on the public. It'll help you understand the national newscast because all these kooks seem to email you over different things. Oh, glad you like them. I'll give you a custom one. I don't follow their channel. I mean, I don't get a notice for their videos anymore. I don't know what's going on with them. Somebody told me the other day that they were living with Marguerite in that same building. I don't know if that's true or not. Something's going on there. You're right, though, because for a while I was getting one notice after another. They had it so made with the channel. Yeah, Dan, you can do that. There's lots of people out there to help, that's for sure. No, she made it. That was an overdose of heroin, Larry. That's what a heroin overdose looks like. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Yeah, preacher guy's an interesting guy. I'm hardly ever down there at that time anymore. Really good guy though. Hey May, how you doing? How's it going? No, there never is, Larry. Never is. I've seen people walk right by and do nothing. Hey Barbara, how you doing? How's it going? I watch your videos. Oh, good for you, man. I checked out your website, by the way. How you been doing, Barbara? Okay? Yes, I did. No, Barbara Reese is legit. That's really her, man. That's her. You can undelete her. That's her. She's okay. I emailed her before. That's the real her. That's okay. Oh, thanks a lot. It's your fellow New Yorker, man. Hey, Davey, how you doing? Those are good dancing videos you put on there, Barbara Reese. Barbara Reese, did you used to dance, or are you just having fun in those videos? Nah, Dan, no way. I'm a Ninja Turtle. Tips kind of died out with the cell phone, Dan. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Dan. Hey, Bessie, how you doing? No, Larry, I don't. If you Google it's the real name is the Baralt Building. If you Google the Campbell Building, they had their chance to shut it down and they didn't. I don't know why. Maybe they were afraid they were going to displace too many families. There's some pretty interesting recent articles on the Campbell Building. Oh, that's cool, Nicole. Yeah, Barbara Reese is cool. Now, you know, I've mentioned this before, Mark, and please don't anybody take this the wrong way, including Barbara Reese. But I'd say a handful of time in my life where I've run into people that just had excellent genes. And I would put Barbara Reese in that category. I would put Raven in that category. They're just people that are born with like great bone structure, great hair, great eyes, great complexion. I mean, there's people that pay $1 million for that and they don't do anything. Barbara Reese has had a kid and you would never guess it. But both Raven and Barbara Reese and a few other people I've met in my life, you could put their silhouette on a card and everybody would know what you were talking about, dancing. And it doesn't come along that often. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Yeah, well, it does pop up every once in a while, you know? Oh, I couldn't wait to get out of there, Dan. I lived down there 5 miserable years. That's okay, man. Oh, Harrisburg. That's cool, Craig. Four kids. Unbelievable. Yeah, you just have good genes. That's all right, man. You did a good job. Yeah, be careful on the Smoky Mountain area. You know, that's actually air pollution. Do you know that, Nicole? Yeah, great skin, great eyes, just great bone structure. That's after four kids, man. I'm in West Branch, Michigan, Dan. Yeah, I didn't care for Florida at all. The articles I was talking about are on, let me think. What was I talking about there? I don't remember what I was talking about in there. I do know I mentioned articles. Yeah, it is. That's what it is, Nicole. It's air pollution. Don't feel bad. Denver, Colorado's got some of the worst air pollution in the country. Look it up. Everybody thinks they're going to be out there drinking Coors beer in a free-flowing stream. Yeah, I agree, Larry. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree, man. You're right. Yep, you're right. The 2003 mark. Subscribe to Barbara Reese's channel and watch her dancing videos. Yeah, I realized the other day when I was in the thrift store that I recognized about four sex offenders. I look at the list here and there, and there are actually four of them working there, which I don't have a problem with. No, you know, I haven't read any articles about that, Craig. No, a lot of stuff's like that, Nicole. Phoenix is the same way. No, engine's fantastic, Mark. I don't burn a bit of oil. Barbara Reese just perfectly strikes me as someone that I would expect, like, to see in a movie. It reminds me of Florida Project a little bit. Oh, thanks, Ramona. The temperature check, yeah, it's 36 here. It's going to warm up here for a few days. I think I'm going to head down to Detroit Thursday. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Oh, yeah, probably are. Yeah, I think so. New York doesn't sound that fun to visit any longer. Oh, are you? That's a good idea. You know, Betsy, if you're going to do 1080p, you're going to need a different SD card than what you've probably been getting away with. Are you aware of that? You're going to need an SD card that can crunch the 1080p. If you don't, you'll notice a lot of shakiness in your video. I don't know what your phone recommends, but SD cards are pretty cheap now. So I would double it, whatever they say. Motorcycles are too dangerous. Hey, Georgia, how are you? Hey, Mike, how you doing? Art's a gentleman, Davey. I guess they have one in Michigan now. Hey, Sheila, how you doing? How you been? Yeah, pretty much melted away, except in the parking lots. Yeah, no way, Nicole. I mean, the data is there on motorcycle riding and the accidents. It doesn't matter if you're super smart or super stupid. The chance of getting maimed or killed is very high. No, don't do it, Craig. Be a vegetable. Go on YouTube and look at the people after they got in motorcycle accidents. Yeah, we got 45, Larry. Oh, is that what you do, Barbary? That's a good idea. You got, I think, 6 inches last week, Betsy, that we didn't get. Oh, wow. I hope not in Florida. They're dangerous, man. No, it's got nothing to do with being smart. Go on YouTube. People turn in front of motorcycles all the time. There's not a damn thing you're going to do about it. That's what everybody says until they're steering themselves around the mall with a straw in their mouth. The data's there, Craig. Oh, yeah. Like I said, Mike, I mean, you can go to any state you want. The records are there. Yeah, I agree. It's the crazy other drivers. Oh, I'll have to check it, Jordan. Yeah, that'd be a good guess, Zach. Yeah, I drove an ambulance for a year, and I had a couple buddy of mine that got killed. That did it for me. You know, if you were going to get killed, that's one thing. It's being a quadriplegic's what scares me. Yeah, it's just a subscription radio. I watch them sometimes on YouTube, motorcycle accidents. I mean, I know you can get in an accident in anything, but if you look at skydiving and flying an airplane, way, way, way safer than riding a motorcycle. And the data shows that. Hey Ashley, how you doing? Yeah, that's right, Davey. Yeah. We average about 2 people a summer that get killed by deer with motorcycle accidents. Yeah, but nowhere is it even close to motorcycles. Not even close. Not even remotely close. Look it up. Oh wow, sorry about that, Nicole. Yeah, the quadriplegic is that, huh? Yeah, Barbara, you'll like her, Frederick. So Barbari's, no, that's a tool rental place. They just have a blinking sign on all the time. Now you grew up, baby. You realize the risk involved. Yeah, Barbari's has a channel, yeah. No, yeah, check it out. It's a good channel. Yeah, but it's nothing like motorcycles, Betsy. Yeah, good, Davey. Another interesting thing about motorcycles is the limits on the medical cap. It's nothing. That's what makes it affordable to insure a motorcycle on the road. It's the same way with small airplanes. The cap is very low. It's not like automobiles. Yeah, feeling pretty good, Frederick. Yeah, it's a good idea, Davey. Yep. I mean, I'd love one, but I know better. Yeah, no problem. I think that's because of a performance issue, Davey, not because of they're dangerous to ride. Oh, that's weird. Well, you should try it, Barbaries. There you go, Mark. There's probably an argument for that, but the cap's very low anyway, CB. Wow, man. Hey, Clint. She's doing fine. Oh, thanks, Mary. I'm not going to be down there that early. I'm not going to get there till later in the week because I have a court deal on the 9th. And I noticed that if I stay a week, that it just gets too boring. Usually 3 or 4 days are good. So I won't even be down there till Thursday. Oh, did you, Mark? Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he flew Cobras in the Iraq conflict. He's an AMP AI, flew in the National Guard. Hey, Nikki. Yeah, tell me where in 1980. I'll go there. Hey, Ando, how you doing? What a small world, huh? Now you can go visit it, Nikki. No, yeah, you're right, Nikki. It's true. And with all these albums and stuff, it's hard to pick a good one. You don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm looking for an album. Hey, love, peace, joy. How you doing? Hey, Stephanie, how's it going? Hey, Sir Graves, how you been? How's it going? See you, Craig. Hey, Don, how you doing? Yeah, I have one, but the notices haven't been going out, Davey. Good, Don. Yeah, better believe it. Ardbeg Scotch, 10-year. That's my girl. Yeah, it's a half-ass system. It's Daisy's great. Yeah, that's good, Mark. You're being a good boy. That a girl, man. No, she hasn't been snoring lately. Oh, you do, Sir Grace? Sorry about that. My God. What kind and what's the diagnosis on that? Yeah, all the Caribou coffee companies went out of locations, went out of business when I was in Chicago. I like their coffee. Starbucks, they're in all the places they used to occupy. Oh, okay. So what stage, Sir Graves? And where are you going to get the surgery? I don't like Starbucks either, Don. Yeah, let me know, Sir Graves, when you're going in and where you're going to be. Excuse me. Good night, Betsy. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Leticia. Okay, when's the operation scheduled for? Oh, yeah, I like it, Davey. Thank you. Hey, HSD, how you doing? Sir Graves, let me know when you're going in. I'm sure there's on the March 13th. Okay, I'll be down there then, by the way. And I mean, I'm sure you have lots of family and friends, but if you need my contact information, anything I could do for you, I'd be glad to do it. Yeah, man, I'm glad to do anything. I don't know what it is, man, but anything. You want your favorite dinner brought over to the hospital, paint your bedroom. I don't care. Let me know. I'm serious. Get you a camera, bring you over some movies, you name it. Yeah, I know you're scared like hell. I would be. Hey, Tassie, what's going on? Tassie, do you know Barbarese at all? Or do you know May? Oh my God, Paul, let me know how you're doing, will you? Anything I can do for you too? Seriously. Really, guys, man, let us know if there's something we can do. Hey, Felicia, how you doing? Hey Nate, how you doing? Yep. Hey Tassie, do you have some like fines and stuff that you got to pay? You got some fines that you're gonna owe? Why don't you let me set up a GoFundMe for you? You got a million people that donate money to pay that bill off. I normally wouldn't bring this up because I'm not a fan of GoFundMe's, but for a Cash App, would that be okay? Yeah, Tassie's great. Yeah, it does, Rachel. You're right. Yeah, I would too, definitely, for sure. I don't know if we should do GoFundMe or just ship it to her some other kind of way. 730 bucks. Tassie, what's the easiest? Do you have a Cash App? Do you have a Cash App? Good, Carrie. Good job. Yeah, she is doing well. Cash App's the best. So you got 3 people already, Tassie. Yeah, it's Tassie. Yeah, it is, Rachel. May, what do you think's the best way we ought to set this up for Tassie? That GoFundMe takes too much money. Oh, you're March 10th, huh? Oh, I'll definitely show up there. Yeah, for sure, Clint. Give me your contact information. Email it to me. You can count on it. I'll be there for sure. I'll for sure be there. Oh, sorry about that, Carrie. Oh, GoFundMe will get the most? You know the problem with that though, May, is they want to put it into they want a social security number for starters, and then they take a big chunk of it. So whoever gets it sent to them's got to pay tax on it. It's just a can of worms from a tax standpoint. Oh, good, Tassie. Yeah, but I could advertise her Cash App ID too, couldn't I? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a pain in the ass. I did it before. See, Tassie, you got 4 people already send you money. Yeah, I'll be there for sure. I'll go to Grosse Pointe, Beaumont. Yep, for sure. No, I don't think she needs the money that quick. I'll set it up. I'll do it. Tassie, when does that need to be paid by? Yeah, okay, thanks, Daniel. Oh, no kidding, Andy. I had a cash app and I didn't even claim the money people sent me. I don't want people sending me money. I mean, I will for Tassie, but I don't have an account set up or anything, Rachel. Oh, Brandy. Oh, sorry, I couldn't read it. Looks like Russian or something. Hey, Horse Whisperer, how you doing? Horse, how you doing? Hey, BJ, how you doing? Yeah, there's plenty of people are going to donate. Okay, Tess, let me go get my phone. It's charging upstairs. Hold on. Are you talking about today or tomorrow? I'll go get it just in case. Hang on. Hello? Hello? How you doing? Good. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to see if this works while other people are listening. Okay, hang on 1 sec. Okay. Hey, you guys. I got Tassie on the line. Tell me how you hear this. Okay, talk.
Hello, hi everybody.
Can you guys hear? Say something else, Tassie.
Oh, what's up? Hi everybody. How you guys doing?
Yep, they're saying hello. so,
Okay.
so we'll get this set up on this. Do you want to do Cash App or what's the best way?
Probably Cash App, but I don't even know how to set Cash App up. I'm not up on that type of technology. I've never had that type of stuff. So, like, if you come down here, I can meet you again. We could try and do it that way because I don't have a clue on even how to do it.
All right.
I got an email and stuff, but that ain't nothing. I don't know how to do Cash App.
When do you need the money by?
I just got to keep on returning to court because I showed up for the court date. I got caught a car full of stuff that wasn't actually mine. It was under the driver's seat. I was a passenger.
Yep.
So it wasn't. I actually have nothing on me, but they charged everybody in the car with them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I got paid $730. I've got 50 of it now, but they said as long as I make partial payments, I got to bring my pay stubs, my W-2s, and all that stuff, and I got to make sure I bring all my paperwork, of course, so they actually have a job because the judge thinks I'm full blown gone. I ain't gone. I ain't even doing something. But they caught us full stuff in the car, but I got to take all that stuff in. I go on the 11th, but he said he's going to set up court. It's not probation, but it's pretty much like non-reporting. I report to court until it's paid off.
Oh,
I still got my job, so I'm paying on it too. So.
yeah, we'll get this paid off for you.
All right.
So I'm gonna get.
Okay, well I gotta go into work. I started China. I gotta call through. So.
All right, I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna get down.
Maybe call tomorrow morning or something like that. You said you're coming on a third or something like that, right?
I'll come down. I'm gonna come down there Thursday or so.
Thursday. All right. Well, just let me know. I go to court on not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. I gotta go to court. But I got some money put up already. So I'm trying to pay something myself right now. I got to try to pay partial payments. I don't work part time, so I'm trying my best, you know.
No, we'll get it paid off for you.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll give you a call tomorrow, Tom.
All right, Tassie.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'll tell you, that's one super survivor right there, man, Tassie. It doesn't get any better than that. Everybody does love Tassie. You're right. Yeah, she's working part-time at a White Castle. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing? So I'm going to meet up with her Thursday and get her set up on that. We'll do the Cash App thing then. Now, there's this unique quality about Tassie. I'll tell you, most people would have been dead 10 times over. I'm not kidding you, man. Tassie they ought to make a movie out of Tassie. It would set every record ever. It's unbelievable. She's from around Detroit. I mean, Tassie was working the streets as a 14-year-old. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? She's living with her mother. Yeah, Barbari's the same way. Yep. Actually, Rebecca's the same way. Ebony's the same way. It's almost like a prerequisite. May's the same way. Before you can be in that business, you got to have a great personality. No, you're right about that, Superwoman. Zero bullshit from these people. They had to take Barbari's, May, Rebecca, Ebony, and fire everybody from Homeland Security because you're not going to bullshit any of these women for 10 seconds. No, I know it, man. Yeah, like Geisha Girl stuff. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Dennis, I want to do a video when I'm in Detroit of that food truck. So you're going to have to email me and tell me how I can get hooked up with them and do it. Set them up a account to be donated to. It's more than that, May. It's more than that. You know, that's great. You know, I never realized that about Barbarice till this conversation. I didn't know that part. Yeah, I'm going to meet up with her Thursday, Frederick, and set her up on that Cash App. Yeah, thank you, Patricia. I've been talking to her sister lately. Two sisters, actually. Yeah, Raven's a sweet girl. She had the most tragic childhood I ever knew of. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah. Geez, carrying with your older sister's birthday. I mean, if it was me and I really wanted something to mean something to him, I would get him a gift, but I would also write him a nice letter on the way you feel about him and hand that to him in a card and tell him to read it later. Well, we're going to take care of Cassie, no problem. She's not going to have any fines after about a week. They'll all be paid. Yeah, I know that, Barbarice. That's true. Yeah. You are, Frederick, man. It was nice. Frederick has went well above and beyond what most people do for Tassie. He won't ever admit to it, but he has. And he's not some pervert, wolf in sheep's clothing like most of these people. That's why I never line anybody up with anybody connected to the videos because I don't trust them. Crazy as it sounds, I don't want to facilitate any Johns with any of the women in the working world. I just don't. And I really can't tell you why, but I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'll do a video about it. I'm gonna go down there Thursday, Dennis. So while I'm down there, I'll do it. You good girl, honey? You good, baby? Good girl, hon? Woodward and Davison? Not really, Rachel. Oh, it did? That's where Calvin lives up around there, that guy interview. Girl, huh? Better eat your food. Better eat your dog food. Yeah, I will, Dennis. I'll knock it out. Hi, honey. Hi, girl. Hi, baby. Is May going to bed? Oh, it's Tassy's going to bed. Good night, Tassy. I got you covered on that. No, that's your real name. Oh, I will, Patricia. Yeah, sure will. Sweetheart. Tassy's, I think, was my first or second interview. Tassy might have been my first interview. It's close. Oh, that a girl, May. Yeah, I'm going to set her up with it when I get down there Thursday. Goodbye, Patricia. Good for you, Rachel. Well, that's all right. You're getting some. No, man, I'll tell you, I agree. No, it's unbelievable. It's the first thing I think of when anybody asks me if it's possible to straighten your life out. Isn't that the truth, May? It was the first or second. Oh, you deserve it, Candy. Hey, Steffi. Oh, no, that's great. Thank you, Dennis. Oh, okay. Saginaw Street, East Pearson Road, okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, there are really not that many Tansy videos. Maybe 5 total. Yeah, Cricket's cute. I think she's living with an older guy about 70 miles outside of Detroit. I'm not sure. Hey, Levi, how you doing? Oh yeah, Tansy is unbelievable. It's a chat. I did. I did. May report that channel art. All right, BJ, take it easy. Yeah, she is. Yep. I reported it. I reported it, but you couldn't specify it like you can if it's on a comment on a video. No, I got to wait till it gets warmer, Dennis. You know, because those take a long time. I'm going to though. It's 8K time lapse, believe it or not. Oh, thank you, Mary Laura. Good night, love, peace, joy. Oh, okay, Lana. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, thanks, Dennis. Yeah, now 8K, I can't imagine what 8K video would take up. I know 4K video will eat up a 128 megabyte card. You only get 31 minutes. On this 850, it's this XQD card or whatever they call it. It's different than an SD card. It's like a big block, much larger. That'll grow, man. Yeah, that's a good point. That'll get her to quit, man. That'll get her to quit, Superwoman. No, I never did. Oh, good for you, man. Definitely, man. Every not place that tried to keep people from smoking will go out of business. I don't fool with it, baby. I don't care one way or the other. I know if you look at the data in places like Colorado, divorce, car accidents, and bankruptcy went up. Hey, Erica, how you doing? I'm drinking Ardbeg 10 whiskey, Scotch. Yeah. A lot of things are like that. If you look at Biloxi, Mississippi, in the difference between when gambling was not there and when it was, look at the difference in crime, bankruptcy, suicide, divorce, theft, larceny, embezzlement. It's hard to come away from reading something like that and not agree that it's bad. All it does is bring a lot of $10 bullshit jobs to the area. Everybody that gambles there leaves as soon as they're done gambling. They don't hang around. Yeah, Erica lives out there. She can tell you. Yeah, it's a good point, Erica. I never looked at it that way. You go, Candy. Oh, that's interesting, Erica. Yeah, tonight's sectional chat. Great chat. I agree. Do it, man. Which one do you have? I prefer the real peaty, smoky scotches. No, I never fooled with it either, Carrie. Oh, good, Ken. Yeah, Mark, you're being a good boy. Good night, Barbaries. Good talking to you. Good, you're doing a good job, Mark. Good night. No, you're cool, Candy. Okay, Virginia. No, no, I don't, Rachel. Honestly, I don't. No, I was saying that, I agree with you about everybody flocking to one state. For what, Horse Whisperer? Opening night for what? Yeah, it doesn't interest me either. As far as I know, Bill. He might have forgot her name, Davey. That's what I thought. Yeah, you might be right, Rachel. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I want to check that out. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'll track him down, Erica. Yeah, I was hoping to run into your mom, all right. That's why. No, that'd be cool, Horse Whisperer. I'd like to check that out. Yep. Try and soften them up if you're down there before I get there so they're not paranoid about a camera. Or I might not just be able to, video behind the scenes. Running like a top, Dennis. Yeah. You could throw a pop out and I wouldn't care. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some this week, Shannon. Oh, cool. All right, Davey. Thank you. I'm going to head down there Thursday. I'm planning, maybe Wednesday. I notice if I'm down there a whole week, I start getting sick of being down there. And I get more done if I promise myself that I got that damn court hearing the 9th, or I'd be going down there tomorrow, but I don't want to be down there a whole week. But I'm going to meet up with Tassie on Thursday. Line up that Cash App. Oh, thank you, Horse Whisperer. Appreciate it. I do. Yep, I do. Yeah, I do, Lana. Yeah, I remember the Delray Bakery. Yeah, MC5, sure do. I was never a fan of theirs, but I'm sure familiar with them. Actually, we had a blues festival up here last fall, and the old bass player from the MC5 was here. Yeah, Astromans are cool. Anybody knows of one in good shape, let me know. I'd get another one if I could. Yeah, that's right, Rachel. Yeah, Safari, same thing. Oh, I like the Caprice Classic. They were good cars. No, it is Virginia. It's all the difference in the world. Same with cheese. I think they're ripping people off with this aged tequila, though. Yeah, that's it, Lonnie. Yeah, you're right. No, I like mine. I'd get another one if I could. Yeah, it'd be cool, Davey. No, Rachel, I don't. I don't like them. Hey, you went to Cranbrook, huh? Did you graduate from there, Bill? The 9th, whenever that is. The 9th of 1 o'clock, March. I think it's a Monday, isn't it? Yeah, no, there's some cool vans out there. Yeah, you're right. No, there's some nice ones. Cheddar, aged cheddar, 15-year-old. Yeah, cheddar is actually white naturally. They dye it. It's more appealing and they sell a lot more. You'd like 15-year-old aged cheddar cheese, I guarantee you would. They'll eat you alive in maintenance, May. Yeah, Carrie, give it a good shot. Good night. No, I know, Bill. Interlocking's the same way. Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Where'd you go to college after there, Bill? Good night, Carrie. No, I know it, Davey. Yeah, I know. You're right. He's a kid with He's on the spectrum, although I don't think he fits the autism definition. Yeah, he's a buddy of mine's son. He really likes to see himself on YouTube. Yeah, I know what you mean, Erica. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, it's true, 1980, you're right, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of those blighted areas, the wildlife's through the roof, Detroit included. Yeah, it's true, it is, Bill, yeah. Hey, hey Vince, how you doing? Yeah, he is in some aspects. He's a tough one to figure out, Rachel. He's got a memory you wouldn't believe. And he can really crunch numbers. There was a time for the entire length of the lower peninsula in Michigan, he could tell you a real estate office at every exit. And he's an expert on sports statistics. Yeah, I'm starting to worry about it, Vince. No, he's not. He's not. He works 1 day a week at a clothing store. His dad's a doctor. Yeah, good cheese is excellent aged cheese. I can't even buy cheese anymore if it's not at least 5 years old. There's nothing that can replace that taste. Yeah, it's unbelievable what he remembers. But like he couldn't get a high school diploma, he ended up getting a certificate. I'd say cheddar. Yeah, 15-year cheddar. 20 if I can find it. So ridiculously good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to him, Rachel. Yeah, that's true. Just watch some of the videos, Asia. We're not going to explain what the channel's about in the midst of a chat. 20-year-olds about $40 a pound, 45, if you can find it. It's about $27 a pound for a 15-year-old. Definitely, Rachel, for sure. Yeah, I hate to waste it on a grilled cheese. It's very strong, you know. I don't know that you could eat that much in one sitting of good aged cheese. You know, it's more like a bite and then come back and eat some more later. Yeah, it's interesting. The dad thinks that it was oxygen deprivation during birthing. Yeah, it's okay, AJ. It's just most of the people have etiquette and some manners around here, and we'd like to keep it that way. If you can't figure that out, you're probably not going to fit in. This isn't Southern Kentucky Jeopardy. I've tried to talk to him, Rachel, about maybe starting his own channel, minus the comments. Yeah, and I'm not convinced he fits the autism definition. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I like mozzarella. You know, I found though on spaghetti, I'd rather have the dry than the fresh. I guess I don't like the cheese melted as much as I like it dry under that setting. I've never had that horse whisperer. Yeah, he's got a kind of a different appearance too, Rachel. Yeah, he's a doctor. Yeah. Yeah, Parmesan. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I was talking about. Parmesan. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do with this aged cheddar. Yeah. Yeah, I like it dry. I like the sprinkly dry stuff in the can better than the fresh. I don't like my cheese melted on my spaghetti. I mean, I like melted cheese on some things, but not on spaghetti. Obviously, I like it in lasagna. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Warlock, how you doing? Yeah, I never used one. No, I didn't even know what one was till about 30 seconds ago. Okay, Rachel. Pretty good, doing pretty well. No, they do too, Erica. They sure do. They're 60s. They're in their 60s, but they do worry about it. Yeah, you're right, Rachel. Sure does. Yep. All that, huh, Candy? Wow. Yeah, I like blue cheese. Yeah, me too. Feta cheese is good. That's the saltiest cheese there is, feta. Highest salt content. Oh, I believe it, Rachel. Your postpartum depression, or was it different than that? Yeah, that's true. Wedge salad, Mark. That's the only time I like bacon bits. Now he lives with them. Well, the doctor still works, doesn't want to retire, likes what he's doing. That's a big, giant question mark. I don't like Swiss cheese that much. Oh, okay, Candy. Huh. What are you saying has got the lowest sodium, Candy? Yeah, it's got to be chilled lettuce. Oh yeah, Tassie's a sweetheart, man. I'd do anything for her. I really would. Oh, okay, Candy. Tassie has a unique personality, hard to find. She's very, like I said, unique. Yeah, I don't like American cheese. Sucks. Yeah, that sounds good, Virginia. Yeah, that's interesting, Dennis. What is your name, Dan? Is it Candy or Andy? I can't tell what the fuck it says. What do you want me to call you then? I can't read the goddamn thing. What is it? What do you want me to call you? Oh, Brandy. Okay, I'll call you Brandy. All right, Brandy. I remember that. You know, it'd help if I could read it. Yeah, she really is. Tassie, man, has been through the ringer. I mean, if you took life experiences, Tassie'd be 900 years old. Oh, Looking Glass. Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah, I do know it. Yeah. One hit wonder. No, I would do that, Mary Laura. I would do that. I think it'd be fun. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna get some Cajun peanuts out. The hillbilly in me is coming out. No, she's not pregnant. Nope. Good girl. These are good. Cajun peanuts. Get them in a can at Walmart. They're good too. I'm talking about the kind that are wet, boiled peanuts. Oh, does she really? She get the Cajun ones or the regular ones? Actually, they should be about $3.50 a can. You can't get them this cheap in Florida when they sell them on the road. Most people, unless you got turned on to them in Florida, they think they're gross. Hey, Red Moon, how you doing? Hey, Celeste, how's it going? Vacation or visit? I'm not a bit into vacation. My whole damn life's been a vacation, to be honest with you. You're gonna laugh, but I like just being in a hotel in a new place. If I was just gonna I don't get stressed out anymore because I don't do shit. Sleep in every day, stay up, fuck around. One big giant hobby. But if I was just gonna go down to and sip scotch and be brain dead for a week, I go to India, Atlantic, Florida. And I ran a hotel with ceiling to floor glass. I think it's 300 a night or something like that. Stay a week. And just order in really like 4- and 5-star restaurant food. And just listen to the waves crash. India, Atlantic, Florida. I stay at the Radisson. I do not fly, no. Last time I flew an airplane was about 6-7 years ago. I tell you, you're going to think this is really crazy, but I'd rather watch planes take off and land than fly them. I'm not shitting you. And I'm really looking forward to the new Microsoft simulator because I'll be able to drink scotch and fly these ILS approaches all over the world in giant commercial airplanes. So fun. I'm going to click off the autopilot on the middle marker, see if I can land it drunk. Yeah, you can't beat it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially as I've gotten older, I was just thinking today, when you get old, you don't realize how your skills diminish. Nobody wants to admit it. I mentioned a couple weeks ago, there was a guy that came into Tim Hortons I go to. He had a big new motorhome. And I used to constantly kid him about, have you torn the mirrors off the side yet? I said, it's not going to be subtle when you're going to get a very big warning that you're not supposed to be driving that Class A motorhome. And he'd tell me I was full of shit to mind my own business. Well, 3 weeks ago, he pulled out in front of a car and killed himself. And I don't want to do the same thing with my own big egoed, stupid ass in an airplane. It's one thing if I'm up here up north and I'm taking the big-titted Tim Hortons clerk for a ride, flying around town and going over her house and where she used to skinny dip. It's a whole other deal when I'm flying down to Florida and getting in that congested airspace around Palm Beach, Miami. So I got an idea my flying days of any substance are probably over. I do all I can to keep from knocking off the hand cream off the side of my bedstand every night, let alone fly an airplane. Yeah, well, I mean, I know they got to be coming up. They got to be coming up. I hate to think that, but I'm not that stupid. No, I know, Erica. I know. I mean, I'm trying to head this ignorance off at the pass. I mean, just like motorcycles, the data is there. Look at Harrison Ford flying around all those years. A dumbass started landing on taxiways. That's because he thought it looked like the runway. He's old. No, that's no kidding, BJ. Oh, Jimmy Buffett's piled up his airplanes a few times. You notice the real rich guys, if they have any brains at all, they've got some young guy sitting in the other seat, they basically babysitting them. Oh, I believe it, Mark. Yeah. That was an airplane you could never stay current in. Actually, Flight 255, the one that crashed in Detroit, was an MD-80. Yeah, no, that's true, Celeste. Yeah, it happens, yeah. Yeah, the one that lost the engine. I don't think he is, Virginia. I don't think he is. But just like Tom Brady, it's just unbelievable to me. Peyton Manning was the same way. Brett Favre was the same way. Unless Peyton Manning kind of pulled it off at the end, but he's not the reason that they won the Super Bowl. It's everybody else. He was actually a liability and had a shitty game. Tom Brady is going to do the same thing. He must be an absolute nightmare to be around. No, that tore all the hydraulics off. Oh, yeah, those days are over, Mark. I'll tell you where I noticed it a couple months ago. I was down in Belle Isle, and there was a freighter going by. And I had my camera, and they put big jagged pieces of rocks around there to keep the island from disintegrating from erosion. So I thought I'd jump down on this rock, about a 2-foot drop, so I could get closer to the water where I could get a better angle at videoing this freighter that was going by. And I did it. And I bet another half pound and I'd have broke my ankle. I didn't sprain it either. And my camera came about an inch from smashing against the rocks because I couldn't keep my hand level. So I almost broke my ankle, smashed my camera into smithereens, and I thought right then, this is a sign of getting old. In my mind, I was just jumping down a couple of feet on a rock like I'd done my whole life. But this just goes to show you, you start to get old and you don't have enough sense to realize what you can and can't do. Do you think I'd have done that if I didn't think it was possible? Another half pound and I'd have broke my ankle and lost my camera both. Yeah, I got shit lucky. Total luck. No, Virginia, that's exactly right. You're exactly right. I mean, why do you think they have mandatory ages? No, yeah, you're smart, man. Yeah, that's smart. No, it sucks getting old. Yeah, it really does. I'll tell you another thing. This would have been about 1992. I was into boxing, kickboxing, and I boxed Darren Morris. He later died. I was down in West Palm Beach. He later died of HIV. He was a welterweight that trained under Sugar Ray Leonard. And he worked out there too, and I worked out there in that kickboxing gym. Anyway, long story short, I'd see him sparring, and he was ranked, I think, 6th in the world. And we were on, I was always talking shit to him and blah, blah, blah. And basically, the long story short, I told him one day that if the championship of the world was 1 round, I'd be the champ. He wouldn't be. Now, I was a lot heavier than him. But he said, well, then we'll spar someday. Now, most of the time, you're not going to get a professional athlete that's going to want to fool around with an amateur. I mean, why? If he beats your ass, well, that's what's supposed to happen. And if you get lucky, well, he'll never live it down. Anyway, I sparred him for a round, and I thought I was going to die. I swear to God, it felt like somebody took and he was a welterweight. He knocked me down about 5 times, and it felt like somebody took a baseball bat and was hitting me everywhere. They've been on the down low, Lena. No, back then he didn't have it then, but he got it shortly. Now they do, but back then it was just taken off. Yeah, it's true, Dennis. Yeah, I thought that guy was going to kill me, man. It was for 3 of the longest minutes of my life. And he wasn't even going full tilt. Look him up, Darren Morris. I'll tell you what, this is what happened. It's the same reason that Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear. Is because you panic. You see yourself getting your ass handed to you, and it scares you. And you think if you don't do something crazy, you're going to end up getting like serious brain damage or something. And I remember actually thinking that I thought about tackling him to keep from getting beaten anymore. I think Tyson Fury and Wilder are terrible boxers, both of them. And the interest they garner worldwide kind of proves that. They're both terrible boxers. Yeah, I think they're probably okay, Lena. I think they're living in the same building as Marguerite. But if you get scared or you're getting hurt, and you have the sense that, you're going to really suffer some damage if this keeps up, that's the kind of stuff you do. Yeah, there is a video of it. There is a video of it. Now, YouTube's kind of turning into the Disney Channel, but, it's their rules, and that's what you kind of sign on to when you agree to the terms of service. Yeah, that's what it's moving to, Dennis. Yeah, Marguerite's cool in a lot of ways. Yeah, but it's their deal, Rachel. You got to look at it from their perspective, and that is that trying to get as much advertising dollars as possible. I think the best boxer of all time is Floyd Mayweather, to tell you the truth. My favorite was Muhammad Ali. It's coming, Brandy. Yeah, he wasn't too much of a knockout puncher though, but he was an excellent boxer. Yeah, I do watch MMA. Not like I used to though. It's not as good as it was. You know that new place that bought the MMA, they're running it as a business now, and they realize that you make more money if you have middle of the road fights without these crazy sharing of the pay-per-view. Yeah, Jerry Cooney is a good boxer. Rocky Marciano, beast. Mike Tyson was worth every damn dime. Sugar Ray Leonard was a monster. Yeah, Clarissa Shields, yeah. Female boxing doesn't interest me at all. I don't like female MMA either. I mean, they've really come a long way. But I hate to say it, women, but women just don't generate that much power, even for their weight. They don't. Yeah, Contender was good. Yeah. Boxing's at the world class level. It's a legitimate world class sport. MMA is not. I'm telling you, there are guys in the world that would kick John Jones's ass that never stepped foot into a MMA class. Nah, I don't like it. I mean, some of them got some killer bodies. It just doesn't interest me. Well, Dave, well, there's a lot of techniques of throwing a punch. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Yeah, I don't like watching that bare knuckle either. Yeah, they're testing for that pretty heavy now, though, Celeste. You're talking about Chris Cyborg. I'll tell you, if you ever listen to Chris Cyborg interview, though, she's a sweetheart. Hey, Angel. Yeah, they don't do it for me. I used to go to a topless bar back in the 70s, BT's in Dearborn, Michigan. It was right on the borderline of Detroit and Dearborn. And there used to be a female bodybuilder in there, and she made 10 times the money than the non-female bodybuilders. Just the regular old dancers. I don't know what it was, but evidently guys are attracted to that. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right about that. I don't know why they call it a fetish, though, just because there's less people. I know a guy that worked in a porno movie store that told me the all-time rented movie, they kept track of that even 25 years ago, was chicks with dicks. Yeah, you don't like bodybuilders. You say that. I was at a fitness expo uh, thing in Orlando, Florida in 1992. And there's a guy named Barry LeMay. Look him up. Barry LeMay, Lemay. I bet there was a mile-long line of women wanting to get his autograph. Just gorgeous women. Barry LeMay. I think the highest he placed was like 25th in Mr. Olympia. But I remember thinking, God damn, did I want to be Barry LeMay? I mean, the line was so long you couldn't see the end of it. Yeah, which day do you want me to make it, Clint? Which day do you want me to make it? Or what time? No, you're right about that, Celeste. It's changed, though, quite a bit. No, I know what you mean. But I'm telling you, you just don't take steroids and become a bodybuilder. They work their ass off, and you have to have genetics for it. You're going to look better, but you're the average guy. I mean, they're still legit pro athletes. You're right about that. That's true. That's true, Celeste. But if you look at Franco Columbu when he was young, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, they were good-looking guys. So is Frank Zane and his wife Christy. Look at Frank Zane now. Yeah, Lou Ferrigno, yeah. He had that lisp, though, that women didn't exactly go for. Sounded like he was drunk every time he talked. Sylvester Stallone, he got busted with growth hormone in Italy. He's about 5'4". Okay, Clint, that sounds good. Who's she calling that, Superwoman? Yeah, obsessed in a way, that's right. Yeah, yeah, he's really small. His dad owns some property where I have it down in Florida. He looks just like his dad. Yeah, Maria Shriver, I always thought, I never really found her attractive. Brooke Shields either. They always looked to me like they could have had a big 9-inch dick hanging down. Just something a little off. They, May Twatkins. No, she didn't do a thing for me. I never thought Brooke Shields. She always looked, something wasn't right there. Same with Donald Trump, right? Trump's wife. I don't find her attractive at all. She looks like she ought to have a big old schlong. Yeah, that's it, Celeste. You might be right. You know, it's funny you say that, Celeste, because sometimes I read a study one time where they tried to figure out and boil down what it was that males got attracted to the most with females. You ready for this? Ready for this one? And I believe this too because it happens to me to this day, but you don't see it that often. If you look at a female body, Barbara Reese is like that actually, and so is Raven, and they don't come along that very often. It's where it's the angle from the last rib on a female body to the smallest circumference of their waist. That angle, that ratio from that last rib to the smallest circumference where their waist is the smallest is what attracts men by the droves. And there's only like 6% of the female population that fit into it. In other words, if you're a little pudgy around the middle or you got a big ass, you're never going to fit that profile. Yeah, it's interesting though. No, Hourglass is a little heavy set. Hourglass is like lends itself to big ass. You know what I'm talking about though, Mark? I'll tell you where you'll notice it is the cheerleaders when you're watching a football or a high school or a college basketball game. Your eyes will zoom right in on that one with that ratio to her waist, which is why cheerleaders show their stomachs. Stevie Nicks is an old bag now. I'm not shitting, man. And I've read about it since other places. Yeah. Look at Barbara Reese's video of when she's dancing. And mind you, she's 40 years old, and that's after 4 kids. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Comes around 1 in every 10 million women. Just freak genes. Hey, Billy, how you doing? Yeah, Barbara Reese just has fantastic genetics. Superwoman, that's after 4 kids. Yeah, just great genetics. Raven's the same way. Shows up every 10 million women. Barbara Reese looks better now after 4 kids at 40 years old than millions of girls that are 18 years old ever looked. Great hair, blue eyes. I bet she doesn't know what fat looks like. No, it's just, it's you know, it's like a George Hamilton hair. I mean, as far as like you know, genetics go, it just doesn't show up. And her hair is good too. No, the tan sucks, but the hair for a guy that Ronald Reagan had great hair. Look at Roger Moore. The only problem was he was another guy that was about 5'5". No, I'm just talking about freak genetics, how they come together every once in a while. Let me put it to you this way. I think that Barbara Reese probably, when she was young, could have crawled right out of bed and walked right up on the stage and won Miss America without ever getting on a treadmill, ever having a fitness counselor, ever watching her weight, ever getting her hair done, having a makeup artist, nothing. Just bam, here I am. Raven's the same way. It happens. I mean, it sucks, but yeah, he really did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't look right. That's why, Celeste. That probably has something, Celeste. That probably has something to do with it. Probably because she gets into the husbands watching, it's like, who's that? I'm telling you, man. Yeah, she is, Erica. Yeah, you're right. But as far as genetics go, she's got it. Yeah, natural beauty. That's exactly right, Candy. That's it. And very humble too. You're exactly right. Yep, yep. She's a sweetheart. You know, I'm sure that that gets fortified as she's grown up to be an adult woman. That she's got hairdressers talking about her hair. She's got people commenting on her eyes, and she looks around. She sees the other bodies of these women that have had a kid or two. So sooner or later, you figure it out. All right, Rachel. Good night. No, I think so too, Brandy. Yeah, you know, Raven has 8 brothers and sisters. Oh, did she mention that before, Superwoman, Barbara Reese? No, you're exactly right, West End. Yeah, I mean, she's still, you know. Oh, that's interesting, Superwoman. Huh. Oh, that's really interesting about Barbara Reese. Oh, that's cool. I agree 100%. 1980, totally. No, you're right, Davey. I have a picture of Raven before drugs, but I don't feel that I'm at liberty to post it. Yes, yes. I mean, if I took Raven's photo, the one that I have, and put it on the cover of People magazine of the world's most beautiful people, you wouldn't think a thing about it. Yeah, I do, BJ. Yeah. A lot of blacks do, Celeste. A lot of blacks do. It's weird. I don't know why. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? I'll tell you another super beautiful woman is that Arlene. She doesn't come on here like she used to, but there's another person with just like freak genetics. Ollie has great genes. What are you smoking crack? You'd think so, Celeste, but man, I wouldn't bet against a black person's teeth. Never. Yeah, I do too, you know. It's hard not to think that when you see BJ. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Davey. Ebony told me she weighs the exact same and has the same exact body she did as when she was a senior in high school, and she's 40. Yeah, there's something to that, Brandy. I don't think JLo is that pretty. true, man. Yeah, that's right, man. That's it. Totally. Yeah, but J-Lo's not solid Latino, is she? I never really knew her when back in the day. She's got a big ass. I think that anti-aging stuff's a bunch of bullshit. Right on, man. I agree. Yep, I agree. Yeah, that's true, Superwoman. Yeah, but generally, I mean, the truth of the matter is, I mean, what makes you attracted to people, and that's a multitude of things, but there's a certain bare bones requirement, okay? You can have the best personality in the world, but that isn't going to cause a hard on. Sorry. They do, man. Totally 1980, yeah. Yeah, but if somebody was like a heavy smoker, BJ, a facelift helps. You damn right, Superwoman. Yeah, but Superwoman, generally a fat wallet comes with a above average IQ, and intelligence is attractive. Superwoman is talking about when you're off the clock, May. No, I don't find her attractive. For one thing, she doesn't have any breasts. Yeah, but Kenny Rogers' age, who gives a shit? It still may look better than if he hadn't had anything done. Same with Dolly Parton. Yeah, but May, if you were out banging off the clock, that fat wallet, I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice, but it wouldn't be the requirement it would if you were on the clock. Who you bullshitting? I can't help but think that after years in the sex industry, that those normal synapses in thought process doesn't get dulled, and that sex in the off hours is just kind of like something put in the back seat. She didn't have any tits, none. Yeah, you see what I mean? So there goes the fat wallet theory. That's what I'm saying. There's a big difference between on the clock and off the clock. They were probably hung like a goddamn donkey. Yeah, I could too. Yep. Oh, come on, Davey. It sounds like a crock of shit. Yeah, but you guys aren't. If you guys were 20 years old, you wouldn't be talking this shit. I mean, at this stage of the game, maybe. All right. Well, you guys at least admit to this, though. I mean, there's some physical attributes that a guy can have that would turn you off. It would be a deal breaker. Now, take off your bullshit caps for 10 minutes and answer this question. Yeah, that's different, man. That's different. Yeah, but May, there's some things that you would meet guys that would have everything but one certain physical attribute that would turn you off. Would you agree to that or not? Right. Yeah. That's why if you're like May would refer to it as a seasoned older man, that's why if you've had a lot of sex in your life and you're an older guy, you would understand that it makes 100% sense why Arnold was screwing the cleaning lady. That's a no-brainer. Anybody that doesn't know about a lot of sex and experience, trying to figure out why. What is the question, Superman? What is it? Yeah, that's kind of it, isn't it, Cindy? No, it makes 100% sense to me. I get it 100%. Well, I got an idea. There was something about her that he found really attractive. Maybe her nipples were sticking out and they were an inch and a half long when she was vacuuming. I don't know what it was, but there was something that got the ball rolling. And I'll give you 10 to 1 odds that that could have been all the young women that he had access to and the women that were attracted to him. I bet you money that could have been the best roll in the hay ever. And I say that because he ended up getting her pregnant. He even threw being careful out the window. And in my mind, that means fantastic and worth it. I'll give you the whole thing, BJ. Yeah, but you don't know that for sure, May. You don't know that for sure. He could have saw her go deep through the biggest cucumber in the refrigerator. You just don't know. I don't think because she was a cleaning lady, it meant that she was trashy. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, it could have been anything. It could have been a callus on her forefinger from holding the vacuum. You never know. But I'll bet you if you held a shotgun to Arnold's head and made him tell you the truth, you'd pull the trigger. That could have been the best piece of ass he ever had in all these years of all that access to all these women, including his wife, Maria Shriver. He poured the old wood to that maid and felt 100% confident and comfortable. Yeah, that could be it, man. Yeah, I would agree with that. I bet even when he faked making up to Maria, he thought of the cleaning lady. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree totally. It's just like when that Jesse, that crazy low-life white trash motorcycle builder, was living with Sandra Bullock. People never get to tell you why they're hooked up with people. Everybody said, "Oh, why would she go with a guy like Jesse?" Well, I'll tell you a couple reasons. Jesse could have had a 9-inch cock and he could have pulled her hair and spit on her forehead just right. You never know what makes people tick. But whatever it was, Sandra was willing to throw everything out the window and actually take this lowlife to Hollywood parties until he finally caught banging the tattoo artist, which was probably way better in bed than Sandra ever dreamed about being. I got this shit figured out. Yeah, Virginia. Yeah, here's snoring, yeah. Yeah, you just never know. And I'll bet Sandra Bullock, she's dated guys that she has no problem going to a formal dinner or a Hollywood get together or a black tie fundraiser. But at the end of the night, she's willing to say, "See you later." Not old Jesse. He turned down that Bronco Bull and she hasn't had it that good since. No, I never did. My neighbors used to do it in Chicago all the time, though, Cindy. No, I don't do it. I don't date or anything anymore. I'm strictly relegated to jacking off. Well, Piper, the girlfriend's generally never as good looking as the wife. It's got nothing to do. People always say, why would he ever fool around on his wife? She's so pretty. That's got nothing to do with it. Zero. Nothing. A guy fooling around on his wife, it has nothing to do with what she looks like. Yeah, that's a possibility, man. That's a possibility. Yeah. How she makes them feel. Yeah, you got that right. I'll tell you, when I was living in Chicago, there was a buddy of mine that was on that Fear Factor. I've mentioned this before. He won Fear Factor. He modeled full time, blah, blah, blah. He was on RuPaul, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, this guy attracted women like you wouldn't believe. Long story short, I get to know a lot of the people that he was screwing, and it was probably 50 women that lived within 10 miles of the health club. Anyway, two of the women I became friends with later. And we go out to dinner, see a movie, something like that. I wasn't attracted to them. Both of them had big, fake, giant tits. Anyway, long story short, but when you were with these women, they made you feel like $1,000,000, even if they weren't interested in you. And sure as shit, both of them married professional athletes. One married a professional baseball pitcher, and another one married a professional hockey player. And when you think of all the women that these guys had access to, but when they met these women, and that's exactly right, May, it's the way that they made them feel. That's exactly right. They made these guys feel like $1,000,000 24/7. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, totally true. Yeah, true. Yep, it really is true. I'll give you an example. One night I went with one of them over to Gibson Steakhouse, which is kind of like a famous steakhouse in the neighborhood. Anyway, these Chippendales came in, the real Chippendales, not some, knockoff. And every one of these goddamn guys looked like somebody you'd see on the front of the GQ magazine. And they came in and they were kind of sitting across from us, and you could see the waitresses and the other women looking at them and blah, blah, blah. And the one girl, Megan, was sitting there and we were talking. And I said, hey, look, I guess those are the Chippendales over there. I talked to the waitress when I went to the bathroom. She said, yeah. She said, they're all right. She said, but you know what? She said, none of those guys will ever make me laugh like you do. Now, look, she wasn't even interested in me. Okay. And I wasn't interested in her, but it gives you a glimpse into how a person can just have a natural ability, or it could be fake too. But when you were around these two women, it didn't matter if you were fishing, if you were going through a walk in the park, getting groceries, out to dinner. They constantly made you feel like you're the man. Hey, Jazzy, how you doing? Big time. That's it. Love bombing. But I can just tell you that it could have been 100% bullshit, but it didn't seem like it at the time because there were no stakes. There was nothing to be had. I wasn't looking for anything, and neither were they. Yeah, I agree, Piper. Yeah. Well, see, that's where the wheels come off because that's not real life. I mean, I think one thing that messed me up in my life when it got out of that really heavy, super lusty phase where you had to be with them, where you'd talk all night on the phone, or, walking through a park, you'd hoped it never ended. When that kind of ended for me, on all my relationships, I started to get disinterested, which wasn't realistic, but I couldn't help it. I kept thinking that I was going to run into someone where it was going to be like that forever, even in my adult life. So weird. No, I mean, I realized that it was just a fake illusion in my mind, PJ. It wasn't ever possible. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, an endless fairy tale. Yeah, and that's something, Heather, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, though. It is addicting. It sure is. Yeah. Yep. I don't know if you'd call it lust, would you? I think it might be lust when you're not getting it and you're young. But when you're getting it and you're old, oh, good for you, BJ. Oh, forget the 1800s. Forget that. Have to get married to have sex. You can count me out. Yeah, I believe it's in me. But that's another thing. Love. What is it? Yeah, I mean, that sounds good in a book, Piper, but I don't know that that's in the real world. See, that's what I've realized. Even the possibility of a passion phase is like gone for me. But I'm okay with it. Yeah, probably Superwoman. Yeah, yeah, I believe that, Heather. That's what movies are made out of, man. That's a bunch of bullshit. See, May, in order to rope a guy into that stupid ass theory, you got to nail him when you're 22. You're not going to be able to pull that bullshit off now because he's not going to have the same hormones firing at 60 as he did at 20. So your chances of catching a tiger and locking him up like that now are getting pretty slim. You better get going, babe. Yeah, but I mean, does that make you just throw the skillet and the eggs out the window? Yeah, it's true, man. I say this, and I told May this. I think it's all hormone based. I think that's what really muddies up the waters when you're doing all this crazy shit when you're 22. And then as you age, that's why it makes perfect sense. And what can fortify that is that when you talk to people in their 50s, and something happens to their spouse, they say, well, I'm never going to get married again. I used to think when I was young, why? Well, I know why now, because that fire down below isn't burning like it was. They don't have that interest like they had when they were young. You look at somebody who's 20 years old and their husband gets killed, they get married again. Someone at 50 or 60 and their husband gets killed, they don't get married again. Why? Hormones. Yeah, it probably is, Davey. Probably anxiety. That probably is it. There are asexual people too, just not into it. You know, I mean, and face it, man. I mean, the way society, there's plenty of people out there now not getting laid and not having sex. It's not like your dick falls off. You know, it's like you can go along fine without active sexual relations. It doesn't like make you a more normal person because you're screwing somebody. Yeah, Brandy. Yep. Yeah, you might be right about that. But you know, if that was true, Piper, why wouldn't it be open for me to go fall in love with a quadriplegic that just drools down her face all day long? I mean, I'm still holding out for good head. Yeah, right, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, Cindy. You're right. Yeah, probably not, Mark. No, that's true too, Celeste. You're right. Here now, how you doing? Yeah, I just ate a whole can of boiled peanuts. No, that's true, but Celeste, sex does have something to do with it. I mean, you're making it sound like it's taking out the garbage. I like sleeping alone. That'd be a problem. Even if I did get a girlfriend, I wouldn't want to sleep with her. That didn't help, Mark. Yeah, better believe it. It's not that big a can. That's my girl, Jill, Cindy. That's not uncommon, Davy. Yeah, that's all I am, man. Superwoman, you ought to be cashing in your hormones pretty soon. You notice that slipping up on you yet? You might have to change that name. Yeah, I believe it, Mark. That a girl. No, I let my dog sleep on my bed. Oh, good for you, Cindy. Yeah, Mark, if you stay long enough, they'll all be bad. Yeah, that's my opinion. Oh, you better keep an eye on Mom, Cindy. I can finish you off when you're older. No, I think they're all doing fine, Linda, as far as I know. I think they're all doing okay. Yeah, I'm typing this thing into this goddamn eBay listing. I'm gonna do a sniper bid on. Sorry. No, I'm still here. Are you guys going to bed now? Yeah, it was a great chat tonight. 89. Wow. My parents died a long time ago. Yeah, I don't think they do. Who's Cindy talking about? Excuse me. Yeah. Thanks, Superwoman. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'll take a couple of aspirin and get rid of it. Yeah, that'd be fun. It is, Piper. It is displayed differently. Hey, Larry, how you doing? Yeah, you're right, Brandy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed too. You guys ready to call it a night? Yeah, it'd be fun, Brandy. I want to screw May. See if I can tell the difference. It'll be like a taste test. You guys ready to call it a night then? Yeah, all right. All right, Superwoman. Good night. Good night, Brandy. See you, Cindy. Try not to masturbate too much thinking about me tonight. Yeah. All right, Brandy. Good night. Not that I know of. I'll go look on there tomorrow, Steve, if you want. Let's see if I can do this. I'll go through that list tomorrow. It's a pain in the ass. But if it's on there, you could have got blocked accidentally. You know? Yeah, you're right, Superwoman. I'll look for it tomorrow, Steve. Superwoman, do you have access to that block list? Do you ever go in there and look around or not? All right, Brandy, good talking to you. You too, JP. Good night, Piper. See you, Superwoman, 1980. Good night. I think that's about it. Yeah, no kidding, Cindy. Okay, Larry, yeah, you too. I'll find it tomorrow. Oh, fuck. All right, I'll go look through it tomorrow. I didn't block him. I mean, it could have got blocked accidentally. I'll go in there. I'm going to sign off right now, but I'll go in there real quickly and look. And if not, I'll look through tomorrow. Yeah, great. Hey, 1980. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Cindy. You have a good night. Anybody else out there, you nosy bastards that don't contribute? Good night to you too. I don't know why they have it like that, man. If you got a moderator, doesn't make any sense.